Welcome back. Let's do question 162. The graphs of f of x and g of x are sketched below. A and B are the x-intercepts of f. Then C and D are the y-intercepts of f and g respectively. C is the y-intercept of f. D is the y-intercept of g. K is a point on G so that BK is parallel to the y-axis. BK is a vertical line. F and G intersect at A and E. For which values of x will f of x times g of x be greater than or equal to 0? Let's talk about this. When you're multiplying two factors and getting a positive answer, greater than 0 means positive. Greater than or equal to 0 means positive or 0. So in this case, we may have a situation where f of x is negative and g of x is negative. So because negative times negative will give us positive. Or any f of x or g of x may be 0 because we want where this product is greater than 0 or equal to 0. Where f of x is equal to 0 or g of x is equal to 0. Alright, another situation will be where both functions are positive. Positive times positive will give us a positive answer. And then also where f of x or g of x may be equal to 0. The functions change their sign at the x-intercept. They change from being negative to positive at the x-intercept, and also from being negative to positive at the x-intercepts. So like here, we have our x-intercept at B. We found the coordinates of B, which were negative 2, 0. And then we found the coordinates of A, which were 2, 0. Right. Now, before x-intercept B, you have to check if the graphs are negative or positive. And then after the x-intercept B, you have to check if the graphs are positive or negative. Now, this side, to the left of B, f of x is positive, g of x is positive because they're above the x-axis. Above the x-axis means greater than 0. And then at this point, f of x is equal to 0. Right. Now, between these two points, negative 2 to 2, f of x is negative because it is below the x-axis. And then g of x is positive. It's above the x-axis. And then at A, both graphs are equal to 0. That could be one of our solutions because 0 times 0 is what? 0 times 0 is 0. Okay, even B here, 0 times the value of g will give us 0. So B is also part of the solution. And then after 2, g of x is now negative and f of x is now positive. We want where the product is positive, so one way positive term positive or negative term negative. So this is the part we want because it's positive. Both graphs are positive. This one, the graph g of x is positive, f of x is negative, so it's out. And then after 2, after point A, f of x is positive, g of x is negative, so it's out. This is part of the solution because if f of x is 0, then 0 times g of x will give us 0. This is also included because 0 times 0 is 0. So it means what is our solution? Our x would be from negative infinity, because negative infinity this side, and positive infinity this side, up to negative 2. Negative 2 included, or 2. At 2, both graphs are 0. 0 times 0 is 0. So that's the solution there. Or you can say when x is less than or equal to negative 2. When x is less than or equal to negative 2, because from B here going to the left, the two graphs are positive. And then or when x is equal to 2. 0 times 0 there will give us 0. You can write your solution like this or like this.